there's some people that have been, you know, on their grind for years. And when you see someone come out and they are coming out like a force, like a huge force, people don't know how to take that.
I'm not Presley by chance. I'm not Presley by mistake. I am Presley on purpose.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Adina K. Presley, and welcome to Presley on Purpose. So, tonight's episode this is a good one because I've actually been seeing this around on social media, so I thought I would talk about it. So, this episode is not everyone clapping for you is supporting you. And I actually think I talked about this on social media a couple of times when I voiced my concerns on people that you expect to support you does not. You hear crickets. Now, they'll be supportive of all these celebrities and commenting on their stuff and liking and resharing and all that stuff like that. But when it comes to your stuff, you get crickets. But I did see something recently that says your family and friends are not the people that you should be appealing to anyway. And again, I agree with that to a certain extent. I do believe that you should get at least support of your friends liking and sharing your stuff. Even if they don't buy into what you're doing, that's fine. But liking and sharing something, that should be a given. That should be a given so that your work or whatever you're doing is being exposed to other people, other networks, other communities. So I do believe that that is something that should be done by friends and family. I know I do it for anybody. If I know you, I like you, I know you got something going on, I'm going to support you because it costs me nothing to like and to share something. So, and like I said, I've talked about this on social media, and I know some of the stuff that I said that in my intro is that, this is stuff that I normally don't post, but sometimes certain things that I post needs to be talked about again. I need to reiterate on some of these topics. So yeah, there will be times that I may have talked about something on social media and then I bring it to Presley on purpose. So this is going to be one. But I wanted to talk about surface support versus real support. So some people clap because it's socially expected, okay? Not because they're genuinely invested. I've noticed that. It's a real thing. Real support shows up in actions, consistency, and alignment, not just applause. And clapping doesn't equal commitment, okay? A cheer is easy, but commitment, that costs something. Paying attention to who shows up when you're building, when you're shining, that costs something. And to me, that costs a lot. It costs a lot because I notice it. I may not say nothing initially. I might eventually say something because that's just who I am and that's just what I do. But I notice it. I see it. I see everything. And the difference between celebration and intention, some people celebrate you publicly but don't intend to support you privately. Now that's another thing too. You can have somebody that'll go up there and they'll reshare and all your stuff like that, but then privately, again, you get crickets. People have a tendency to do that too. They want to give you just a little bit to make it seem like they're in your corner or they're supporting you. I'm having hot flash, guys. Give me a moment. I got Stitch out again. They may do the bare minimum just to make it seem like, oh yeah, sis, I got you. I'm supporting you. So, let me do a quick little repost or something. But behind the scenes or, when you really got something going on, they ain't there. But you know what I find funny? And I'm going to call this one out. You have people that and then they are doing a million and one things. They are calling you, asking for your support, asking you to, to show up, show out, bring your people, whatever. And you do just that. And I'm not going to say that it wasn't appreciated, but it wasn't reciprocated. That I have a problem with because you can appreciate it all day. But what matters to me is when you see me doing something or you see that, I'm reaching out for your support and I'm not getting it, then I have a problem with that, because that also shows me too where you're really coming from. You claim to be this big supporter of women and having women's back, and then when it comes to you doing your thing and doing your events, you want everybody in the world to be there for you and support you. But when somebody else is doing it, you don't get that same level of support. And I've witnessed that firsthand, firsthand, and I feel a way about it. I feel a way about it. And if people see this and the shoe fits, then wear it. Because, yeah, I'm talking about you. I feel a way because I'm not that person. Like I said, it don't cost nothing for me. Okay, it may cost me $1 or two to go somewhere to support you for something. Okay, fine. But it doesn't cost me anything to show up for you, to be supportive of you, of anything that you're doing, any endeavors that you have that I feel is worthy. I'm going to be there. If I can be there, I'm going to be there. And the only way that I'm not going to be there, if something else comes up, something extenuating or a prior engagement, then I won't be there. But generally speaking, if someone is looking for my support and I say I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be that person. But you know what I've also come to realize too? Your blessings don't come from man. Your blessings don't come from man. So even though I may be the person that shows up and shows out for a lot of people and they don't do the same for me, I'm good with that because I'm going to get mine regardless. As you can see, I'm getting mine. So it doesn't matter. But it does need to be called out. It does need to be addressed because it's not okay. It's not okay. So, yeah, if someone's feeling away and you feel the shoe fits, wear it, put it on, tie it up, buckle it up, do whatever you feel you need to do because this is for you. And then, too, that actually makes you start to think to yourself, is there some sort of hidden competition somewhere lurking up under there? Because I think so. And hidden competition is some people clap because they want to keep an eye on you. They want to see what you got going on, see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? The applause is really surveillance. Okay. And we got a lot of people that do that on social media. Whole lot of people watching you. They see what you're doing, don't hear nothing from them. But I'm the type of person, yeah, watch me shine. It's all good. I love every minute of it. And if it really bothers you, then unfollow me. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna keep shining. And they're watching and they're not supporting. And one thing about me, and that's one thing I love about me, is my discernment. Because the saying, keep your friends close and your enemies even closer. I can do that. I could do that until I get to the point where I'm ready to call you out. But I can do that. And I have done it. Sometimes you do need to see where people is really coming from. So you'd be like, you know what? Let me keep this person close. Let me see what's going on with them. Because again, they want to surveil, and I'm going to give you plenty to look at. But that is a real thing. Pardon me. I had to take a sip off of that one because that's real. And I think it matters that us as women that we talk about these things because again, we have a tendency to keep things to ourselves, and we don't want to say anything, or we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, or we don't want to ruffle any feathers. But no, I don't have a problem with saying something, and I don't have a problem with ruffling feathers because I think certain things need to be said. I think certain things are just not okay. And I think that when you are the type of person who is supportive of almost everyone, you can say it. So I know I can say it. I know for a fact I can say it because I am that person. Like I said, that unless something extenuating comes up, I am going to be there for you if I call you a friend, if I really and genuinely support what you do, if I like you, if I like your vibe, if I like your mission or your values associated with your work, I am going to be there and I am going to support. That's just what I do. And I also feel that we should be okay with voicing our concerns. We should be able to voice our concerns when we don't like something that doesn't sit right with us when it comes to people that's supposed to be the people that you think would support you or clap for you or be in your corner. um you have every right I don't like to use the word jealousy. People have a tendency to say when someone doesn't applaud you or support you, they may be jealous. And although that might be the case, I tend to not want to look at it from that perspective. I choose to just say, it's funny. I actually wrote an article about jealousy and what I've learned, and the way that I look at jealousy is sometimes a person may not be jealous of you, but they may be jealous of the things that they couldn't do that you do. And when I looked at it from that perspective, it changed my way of thinking because, again, when you thought of somebody and you hear the word jealousy or envy, it automatically got under my skin. It made me feel a way like, oh, I don't want to be around that person, because they have a jealous spirit about them. But again, sometimes it may not be just you. It's not even, it may not be with you. It all has to do with them. It all has to do with their shortcomings, and their shortfalls, or where they feel they may have not succeeded at a certain point in their life, or in their relationship, or in their work, in their career, or their family, whatever it is that they see in you that could potentially make them jealous is their lack of that specific shortfall or shortcoming that they have. That's what I've come to realize. But I really don't want to associate the two with people not clapping for you or being in your corner. I really want to give people the benefit of the doubt, but when you look at it in hindsight, yeah, it could be that, and it can also be the competition. And what I've also noticed is there's some people that have been on their grind for years. And when you see someone come out and they are coming out like a force, like a huge force, people don't know how to take that. They don't know how to handle that. And one thing about me is I'm an extremely ambitious person. So when I set my mind to do something, when I set a goal, when I put my mind to something, it's going to take everything in me to get to that end goal. And I don't care what it takes, because when I have my eyes on the prize, I am focused, laser focused. And I think the difference between my level of focus now versus when I used to have a career is there's a different end goal. So when I was in my career, yeah, you want to get paid, you want to get the promotion, you want to get the bonus. That's what you work hard for. But when you do it for yourself, this is for you. This is for your reputation. This is for your business. This is for your brand. This is for your mission. This is all about you. So the level of focus and ambition and tenacity that it takes to get there is very different. And because I have that in me, that is bred in me, sometimes the fact that I catapulted to the level that I have in such a short period of time, people don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to handle it. So, again, in my opinion, that's their problem. It's not mine. But then you see it. Then you see it. Even Stevie Wonder could see it, that the support, the realness, the authenticity behind the quote unquote clapping is not real. It's not real. And like I said, I see everything. I see everything. It depends on how I feel, on whether or not if I want to acknowledge it. Sometimes I have my moments when I feel like, you know what, today is the day. And today was the day that it just needs to be said. And like I said, some people might feel away. Some people might see this, some people might hear it, and some people might be in their feelings. Yeah, be in your feelings because I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you, And you know what I also notice? People love to support you when you paying the bill. when the money's coming out of your pocket, everybody love to support. But when there's a fee associated with what you're trying to do because, things just don't run on pure air, people just don't just willingly want to give you things, it doesn't work that way. Then again, that's where you see where people are coming from, and they fail to realize that doing certain things, there's a cost associated with it. There just is, and I can't always foot the bill for everybody. Okay, let me drink to that. But what I've learned in this journey of reinvention is you really get to see who people are. You really get to see where people are coming from. You really get to see the intention behind people and their actions, or the lack thereof. You really see with a crystal clear lens where people are coming from. And it ain't cool. It ain't cool. But yeah, that is today's episode of Presley on Purpose. I hope you liked it. I hope that it resonated with you. If there's something that you want me to talk about, let me know. If there's something that you like, please let me know. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and absolutely positively subscribe to keep up with Presley on Purpose. So, yeah, tonight's episode of Presley on Purpose was brought to you by Queens Royale. That's queens-royale.com. And it's for men and women who wear their crowns loudly, boldly, and unapologetically. So that is tonight's episode. Thank you so much. Have a good night, and I will see you next week. Fun.
I'm not Presley by chance. I'm not Presley by mistake. I am Presley on purpose.